for an Ali ibn Yaqtin. Can you be the next Ali ibn Yaqtin? If so, may Allah bless you. If not, then what are you doing? What's the point? So, Imam al-Kadhim receives Ali ibn Yaqtin. Ali ibn Yaqtin on more than one occasion would say to the Imam, relieve me of this. He can't do this anymore. Because imagine his position is so critical. He's the chief minister. He's the closest person. He's the top lieutenant in the government of Harun al-Rashid, right? While at the same time, he's trying to undo everything that Harun al-Rashid is doing. The test is incredible. The pressure is through the roof. And so on more than one occasion, he came and he begged the Imam, Aqilni ibn Rasulillah. Relieve me of this duty. I can't do this. I can't handle this. I can't be in these environments. The worst thing for a believer, someone who's devout and committed, is to be in an environment where he or she can't practice their faith. The Imam wouldn't give him permission. He would say, no, you have to stay. Again, this highlights the importance of having individuals who are religious, who are faithful, and who can actually provide a service to the community. To at least try and minimize any damage or oppression or persecution that the community could be subjected to. You see what I mean? Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Just be there, maintain your faith, maintain your religiosity, right? Serve your community, and just wait in case the community is ever subjected to persecution. Maybe you could help, right? But the Imam wouldn't give him permission. One day, Ali ibn Yaqtin comes, and obviously being in that position of his, he couldn't just go and visit Imam al-Kadhim whenever he wanted. He would sneak out. He would try and find times and places where he wasn't being watched. The best time was during Hajj. So while the Imam was in Mecca, Ali ibn Yaqtin went to visit the Imam. When he went, he asked permission to enter. The Hajib, meaning the guard or the person responsible for the Imam's meetings, he told him to wait. Then eventually he gave him permission to go. I'm going to skip out on some of the details. He went and he sat next to the Imam. As soon as the Imam saw him, he said to him, Ya Ali ibn Yaqtin, La ghafarallahu laka dhanbak. When someone goes to Hajj, what do you tell them? You tell them, Hajjun mabrur, sa'yun mashkur, dhanbun maghfur. The Imam said to him, La shakarallahu sa'yak, wa la ghafarallahu dhanbak. May Allah not reward you for your deeds, and may Allah not forgive your sins. Ali ibn Yaqtin completely lost. In order for you to feel what Ali ibn Yaqtin felt like, you need to, someone like me can't fathom what he went through. But perhaps if we use the example of someone you truly love, your father, your mother, who one day turns around and says to you, may Allah never forgive your sin. What happens to you? You're devastated, right? Ali ibn Yaqtin is devastated because he knows his Imam, because he has that relationship. His love, his respect for the Imam is unbelievable. So he says to the Imam, Ya ibn Rasulullah, Wayli, may I die right now. Why? What did I do? The Imam said to him, you disrespected one of our followers. Who? A person who was Jammal. Jammal means an individual who buys and sells camels. In other words, a shepherd, which is one of the lowest castes in society, right? Not someone who's important, not someone who's worth any value. The Imam said to him that you disrespected him when he came to see you about a matter that he was suffering from. You didn't allow him to enter. Imagine some shepherd wants to come to see the chief minister. Of course, chances are he's not going to be allowed in, right? He's going to have to go through 100 different filters before he reaches. Ali ibn Yaqtin was devastated. So he says to the Imam, what do I do? Tell me anything. The Imam says to him, you need to get him to forgive you. He says to the Imam, how do I do that? He lives in Kufa. I'm now in Mecca. The Imam said, leave that to me. Tonight, this was in Medina, not in Mecca. The Imam said to him, tonight go to Baqi'. In Baqi' you will see a camel that has a saddle, but no one riding it. Get on the back of that camel and I'll get you to Kufa. Ali ibn Yaqtin went to the Baqi' cemetery that night, saw the camel, he got on its back, the camel walked for a little bit, he saw himself in Kufa. Teleportation. The Imams have that power. They're endowed with certain abilities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. But that's not the point. He finds himself in Kufa. It was nighttime. So he heads straight to the house of this Jammal. He knocks on the door. The shepherd comes out. He says, who is this? He said, Ali ibn Yaqtin, I'm here to see you. He said, listen, it's too late in the evening. Don't mock me. Don't make any jokes. Just tell me who you are. He said, I am Ali ibn Yaqtin. I'm here to see you. He opened the door. He saw him. He recognized him. The chief minister, the second in command to Harun al-Rashid, is here in Kufa meeting some shepherd. He said to him, fine, you're Ali ibn Yaqtin. ماذا يصنع علي بن يقطين ببابي? What are you doing at my doorstep? What brings you here in the middle of the night? He said to him, I wronged you, and for that my Imam is angry with. I'm asking you to forgive me. He said, of course I'll forgive you. I mean, you've come all the way here. Sure. No big deal. No hard feelings, as they say. Ali ibn Yaqtin said, no, that's not enough. I want you to humiliate me the way I humiliated you. His Imam's pleasure matters to him more than his ego, more than his position and status. You might have heard the story of Younis Ibn Abdul Rahman. I'll open 2 parentheses here, then I'll finish the story. Younis Ibn Abdul Rahman was a devout companion of Imam al-Ridha alayhi salam. One day he comes to see the Imam. And as they're sitting down, he was a great companion, someone endowed with incredible status. As he was speaking to the Imam, a delegation came from Basra. Wafdun min al-Basra. So the Imam said to that delegation to come, but he told Younis ibn Abdul Rahman to go and hide behind a curtain. So the Imam said to him, go behind the curtain and don't say a word until I ask you to come out. So Younis went straight behind that curtain. The delegation walked in, they sat down, and they began complaining about and insulting Younis ibn Abdul Rahman, who's now behind that curtain listening to all of this. The delegation went off at Younis. He's this, he's that, he's bad, he's evil. Younis is sitting there. When they finished, they got up and left. Then the Imam told Younis to come out. He came out crying. Imagine being insulted like this. He came out crying. He said to him, Ya ibn Rasulullah, these are the Shia that I try so hard to help. Sometimes you have our religious leaders who suffer a great deal at the hand of their community members. They have to truly feel misery because you can't please everyone, and especially if you're a pious leader. Especially if you're someone who's not out to make friends or to make money, but you're trying, you say it like it is. You're a straight shooter. You tell the truth. Of course people are going to be upset with you. Of course you're going to have enemies. So he said to the Imam, Ya ibn Rasulullah, I have devoted my life to guiding them, to helping them. And look at what they said about me. And in your presence, I mean, that hurts even more, doesn't it? The Imam said to him, Ya Younis ibn Abdul Rahman. He said a few things to him. One of them was this. He said to him, Ya Younis, وَمَا عَلَيْكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ إِذَا كَانَ إِمَامُكَ عَنْكَ رَاضِيًا. Who cares what they say about you if your Imam is pleased with you? If your Imam is happy with you, it doesn't matter what other people say. The true Shia of the Ahlul Bayt are like this, right? They don't care. It's not about their ego. It's not about their pride. If your Imam is pleased with you, if you can guarantee that, and you know that you're doing the right thing, then it doesn't matter what other people's opinion is. لا تأخذه في الله لومة لائم. This was a hallmark of the character of every single member of the Ahlul Bayt. They couldn't care less if people complained or they admonished them or they criticized them or they didn't like what they did. A hallmark of a true Shia of the Ahlul Bayt is you don't try to win over everyone, to make friends with everyone. You do what you have to do. You follow the instructions of your master, the Imam of the time. That's all you care about. And the Imam will take care of you. The Imam will take care of you.